Hi there, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are joining me from. Thank you for joining me. A little bit of inspiration with your empowerment and transformation expert, Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi. You're listening to Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi, an empowerment and transformation expert, a health and well-being coach, and an international best-selling author, executive coach, and so many other things. It's a pleasure and privilege to have you on board. I just felt a desire in my spirit today to talk about your health and well-being. I will be brief because I need to dash off and join my daughter who is celebrating at her new school. So, I thought I would stop by and encourage you to take care of your health and well-being because your health is your greatest wealth, your greatest asset. Whatever you have on planet Earth today, whatever riches you have, it is as a result of you being alive, you being present. Thank you, darling, for joining me. And so you can actually make a difference. You can utilize the skills, the strengths, the potential within you and create wealth. Without your health, without you being alive, then you cannot do this. Please share so we invite others to join me, and that will be fabulous. Thank you so much. I'll be with you very, very briefly. Thank you, Naomi. And I'm just going to talk about our health today because it's so pivotal. It's so important. Give me 1 minute and I'll put this video on my personal profile. And please invite your friends and share. They might gain something and be inspired to change their lifestyle and take care of their greatest wealth, which is their health. I'll just share this on my page and then I am with you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Make yourself comfortable. In the next, I think, 2 minutes, I will be continuing with the live broadcast. I'll just share this. If you can share, that would be great as you join. That will be amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're all having an amazing day today. If not, let's make it a deal that we're going to have an amazing day. You can be in control. You are in control of how your day will be. And when you start cultivating that attitude, believe me, your day will be exactly the way you predict or want it to be. Of course, there will be challenges. There will be some things that you cannot control. But if you cannot control something, you learn to actually let go. You learn to build that serenity, that peace within you. About things you cannot control. Because why worry when you cannot even control something? It makes no difference. You're just actually depriving yourself from living a great life at that moment. So, have a wonderful day and I wish you an awesome, awesome day. Let's share, let's invite our friends, and I'll be very brief. I'm sure 15 minutes and I'm gone. I know when I start talking, I feel like because I'm inspired, I just keep talking. But I need to look at the time because I need to join my daughter. Wonderful. Others will watch the live broadcast later on. And as you join, make yourself comfortable. You're listening to Dr. Sylvia Likambi Forchap, an international best-selling author, an empowerment and transformation expert, a health and well-being coach. For me, it is pivotal that I reflect a true role model and example for everything I do in life. If my health is not great, I am not qualified to stand and tell you about health. When I've done something in my life, when I've applied it and it works, it really makes me so happy to share with others, to give them the tips and strategies I use, to actually achieve success in every area of my life. I will give you a brief intro about Dr. Sylvia Likambi International. What you'll be seeing from now on, Dr. Sylvia Likambi International is a limited company. It's all about transforming people's mind. The key is to actually, take people away from societal norms and limitations, to transform people's mindset so they don't conform to the normal patterns. They don't conform to what society has said is norm. For example, people say it's normal to have depression, it's normal to be stressed. Of course, stress is a physiological condition. Do not get me wrong. I will talk on that more detailedly maybe later on. And also, people say things like postnatal depression, it's okay. We are getting things to become norm that were not norm or are not norm. So you need to actually be transformed through the renewal of your mind, knowing that which is good, that which is truth, and you live according to your greatest potential to live a great life, because you were born, you were created by the Almighty God. So you might live life and live it to the fullest and enjoy it. You were never created to live in mediocrity, to suffer, or to be constantly stressed and depressed over things which you have no control. So it is my heart's desire to transform people's mindset, because we've heard this again and again. As we think, so we are. So you start thinking the way you want to become. Above all, the way you were created by Almighty God to become. You start thinking in your maximum potential. And so, Dr. Sylvia Likambi International is the part of the company that will be working a lot on your personal development and leadership, because you are a leader. There is a great seat of leadership in everyone joining me. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Ella. Oh, my wonderful Ella. Thank you for joining me. I just stopped by briefly. And there is a Dr. Sylvia Likambi International Health and Wellbeing Clinic. I will be using it a lot now. It is extremely specific for your health. It's your gateway to optimal mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health and well-being. I will be updating the page, and I'll be posting exclusively things for health and well-being. Then there is also the Power Couple, which is also, so it's a Dr. Sylvia Likambi group. One for relationships, the other for your personal development and health. And then the Health and Wellbeing Clinic for your well-being, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health and well-being. So today, I just want to talk to you about how vital your health is. Are you taking great care of your health? What do you think about this? Wherever you are today, whatever you have today is because you are here, you work hard, it came from you, you devoted the time, the energy. But if you are not alive, if your health is down, you cannot be here, you cannot do those great things that you've been doing to achieve a lot more. So it's vital that you take care of your health. Everyone who is dead, one of my greatest role models and mentors, late Dr. Miles Monroe, I still find it really hard to call him Dr. Miles Monroe. He always said, the cemeteries are the wealthiest places in the world. You've got great minds, great ideas, great businesses that have actually been buried in the cemeteries, that were never seen. Great industrialists, great entrepreneurs, unfortunately, because they were gone. They are dead today. They are found in the cemeteries. We don't want to live, all of you joining me and watching me, you don't want to live planet Earth without fulfilling your greatest potential, without taking care of your health and well-being, without taking care of your personal development. And what is your health? When I talk about health, it's not necessarily physical. I know we are moving towards the summer. We are in the summer. People would be like, I want to lose weight. I want to maintain a healthy body. But it's not all about your physical body. It's about your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical health and well-being. They must be in harmony. Your physical well-being is not sufficient. We've seen people who look physically outstanding, powerful, wonderful, but their mental health is rock bottom. And they are struggling. And eventually some get into depression, some become suicidal, some take away their lives. So it is not about physical health alone. We've seen others as well, their physical health are perfect. Emotionally, they are drained, they are consumed. They are constantly anxious. They live in anxiety. They suffer from anxiety. They suffer from all emotional, related conditions that you might name on planet Earth. And we've seen people who seem normal, but spiritually they have, paranoid. They keep seeing things. They physically don't live on planet Earth. They see things that you don't see. Spiritually they are kind of like, corrupt. They are bankrupt. They are down. They live in darkness. So when I talk about your health and well-being, I want you to know that I'm talking about your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical health and well-being. And it is your responsibility. It is your obligation. It is your duty to take care of your health and well-being. It's nobody else's. And one of the greatest things I want to ask you, because for you to be able to prioritize your health and your well-being, you must desire to have a very healthy lifestyle. You must desire to have a great and fit body. You must desire to have a great and fit and healthy mind. You must desire to be in control of your emotions so you are actually steady. You are not constantly in different moods. You know, like, what do they call them? The mood disorder. Today you are happy, tomorrow you are low. Today you are sad, tomorrow you are depressed, and all of that. You must desire to be spiritually sound, and that's the serenity. To have love, to have calm, regardless of what goes out within you. Because truth be told, they are not the things that go on around us that determine how we feel. If they were the things, then we'll constantly live, in a situation where we are never steady. Our emotions are up one day, then the next day they are down. Our emotions are great, we are happy one day, then the next day we are sad. We are happy one day, the next day we are depressed. So it is paramount that you desire. I want to ask you, have you ever sat and thought about your mental health? About your emotional health? How your emotions ruin your day sometimes? How your emotions take you into a state of depression and sadness? Have you ever thought about how your spiritual life makes you so drained because you are not building and developing it? You always depend on the things that happen or people around you to be happy, to be strong, to be powerful. Have you ever taken a minute to think about that? And also about your physical health. Have you ever taken some time to think about how your physical health affects the amount of energy, your productivity, your performance, and your overall health and well-being? If you've not thought about that, then we are still a long way of you prioritizing your health and benefiting from that great world that is entrapped within your health. Thank you, E.T. Thank you all for joining me. So, do you desire to have a great emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical health and well-being? Because it starts with desire. When you desire that, then you can achieve it. If you don't even desire it, you know what? Desire is something that comes from within you. It's a strong, how can I put it? A strong feeling. It's so powerful. It's a powerful force. So you must desire that. Because I desire so much to be healthy. I desire so much to be productive. I desire so much to be, to add value to my world. That force pulls me every day. There was a disconnection. When I don't feel like waking up. When I don't feel like going to work out, going to the gym or taking care of my mental health. When I don't feel like praying, that force, that desire in me cannot keep me, still. Because I am in unrest, I'm constantly searching. My soul is searching a balance, an equilibrium. And true health is about equilibrium. It's about an equilibrium between your mental, emotional, physical, and emotional well-being, where they are all in alignment and moving in the same direction. Your body cannot be saying, I want to go this way. Your mind is telling you something else. And that's why some people are poor. Not because they were born poor or they were destined to be poor, but because of what their mind is telling them. They might be seeing riches, wealth, but their mind is holding them back. You cannot achieve that. You are only from a deprived background. You've not gone to school. So your mind is moving in a different direction. Your mind is not in alignment. So a perfect harmony in all of your areas of health, which is mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, is vital and paramount for you to experience your greatest health and wealth on planet Earth and achieve all that you were born and created to achieve. So if you don't desire that yet, I want you, after listening to me today, to take some time and sit down. What do you desire? And think about this and reflect. When you now desire to have a healthy lifestyle, you know what? I want you to focus on the benefits. Once you desire to have that, the next thing, you must be driven. You must, because something has to push you. You desire that lifestyle. If you are not driven, is the force, the drive, is the motivation, is the why. You must live that lifestyle that you desire. You must be driven. And that's why I often tell people, don't set things that you don't like. Our mind never drives us towards things that will bring us pain. Things that will make us sad. Our mind does everything to protect us, to preserve our body, to make us happy. So if you associate what you are doing with pain, maybe I don't like my body, I don't like the way I look, I don't like this, then your mind retracts from that. Your mind is not driven towards that. But when you actually put that together with the benefits, I desire a healthy lifestyle. I desire a healthy weight, for example, because I'll be more active, because I can do more, because I will be happier, I will be more energetic. Then there is a reason, there is a why. And when I'm more energetic, then I feel fulfilled. I feel more I can do more. I don't run out of energy. I can add value. So you're now driven. There is a constant force. You are pushed constantly towards that. So, and once you have this drive, go towards the things you love as well. It will help you. Once you have a great mental stability or resilience, you can go for anything, because that's how you build your mental resilience anyway. You test yourself, you test your willpower by doing sometimes the things you don't like. But for those who have not got to that stage, who are still weak, who are still feeble, we don't have that drive to wake up from bed every day and do something. Maybe pray, maybe meditate, maybe take care of their health and well-being. Read a book. You need to choose the things that you love, because you'll be more driven. There's a natural inclination towards your passion, towards the things you enjoy. So when it comes to your physical health, what is it that you enjoy so much? Is it running? Is it swimming? Is it jogging? Is it walking? Focus on that. You will be driven because you can associate it to the pleasure, the benefits you get when you do these things. And your mind wants to achieve that, because your mind knows that when it does that, it brings you fulfillment. And your motives, your drive should be towards fulfillment, solution, rest. Not towards, I don't like that body, I look horrible on the mirror. I don't like the way I think. You will not actually be driven. You will need someone to literally hold you every day, motivate you, push you, and inspire you. And when they are not there, you're going to give up. So look for that, and then you must be determined. Determination is when you make that decision, right? And then you are resolved. You are confident that this is what I'm going to do. Come rain, come sun. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. I am resolved. Because you can have the desire to have a healthy lifestyle, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Then you have that drive, because you don't have rest when you don't do that. And then you know exactly the things that bring you, satisfaction, fulfillment, you love. But then if you are not determined until you get to the point where you say, yep, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this because I know the benefits. I know how I will feel. If you don't get to that stage of determination, nothing can happen. You must be determined. You must be resolved. So no one can even change your view. You don't need people to push or pull you. Once you are determined now, you must devote the time. Because all of that, the desire, the drive, the determination does not bring any change. It's just the energy, the force, and everything ready for you to get into the momentum of taking action. Action brings change. Action brings change in the way you think, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. It needs action. And that determination, that decision. Are you going to make that decision today? Not because your neighbor is doing so, everyone else is doing so, but because you desire to live a great life, because you understand the benefits, you understand that your health is your greatest wealth and asset on planet Earth. To become all that you were created to be, and to give the very best of yourself in a very vibrant, energetic, and positive way. Once you have seen that, then you must be determined and devote the time, be loyal, be faithful to what you have chosen to do. If it's about maybe your spiritual health, you're someone who loves praying, you're someone who loves worshiping, singing, you're someone who loves reading, God's word or inspirational stuff, You're someone who loves loving, just doing charitable work. That all helps you in your spiritual growth. Go and start with that. And you don't have limitation, because once you are in that state, you just want to continue. And then you get to develop, you grow, and you enhance that area of your life. If it's swimming, once you keep doing that, you love it, you enjoy it, and then you're working on your physical health, whatever it is. And eventually you must be disciplined. So many people in every area of life, they've not been successful because of lack of discipline. They failed. People are great starters. Some are great procrastinators, but they will start, but they never finish. Some finish, but they cannot sustain that which they have accomplished. They fall back, they lose all that which they've acquired. We've seen that over and over again in the weight loss field or in the healthy lifestyle field, where people lose weight, they look amazing. After a while, they cannot sustain it. It takes discipline. You must be so disciplined. And for you to be disciplined, it's about having an area of measurement. It's about having a reference point where you say, this is my reference point. This is the type of mental, emotional, and physical health I want. This is the type of spiritual health I want. When I live in that state, in that reference point of mine, I'm highly fulfilled. I have the best health ever. Once you have that reference point, then you can talk of self-discipline, because there is a balance. If you are moving away from that, then there is that balance. You want to do the things that will take you back to that direction. So you stay focused. Focus on your goal. Don't get distracted. Don't be carried away, and you must be proactive. So I really want to wish you the very best. Your health is pivotal. Your health is your greatest word. And when I talk of health, I've mentioned again, it's not about the physical health. Some people can be physically down. They have no limbs. They are what people call, disabled. But to them, they are not disabled. I want you to watch Stephen Sean. He actually moves around in a wheelchair, but he says he was born for a greater purpose, to rip people off of their insecurity, to make them fulfill their purpose on planet Earth. He doesn't consider himself disabled. I know of so many others. There's the Palestinian Iron Lady who is on wheelchair. She lost her legs and everything, her limbs, but yet she's one of the most mentally strong and powerful women that exist on planet Earth. Your mental health is the gateway to optimal health and well-being. So focus a lot on your mental health. All right? Because your mental health will determine how your physical health becomes. It's the gateway. It's the door that opens up to a great mental, spiritual, and emotional health and well-being. You may be down physically, but your mental health is so powerfully strong and positive that it is capable of moving mountains. You don't need to be physically great. The same like some people are physically perfect, in quote, no one is perfect. But their mental health is so down and distorted that they can't do anything sensible or great in life. They're depressed, they're on medication, they just lie there with a great physical body, fit, healthy. It is all in the mind. So if there's one area I want you to focus a lot, it's your mental health. Is your mental health. Once your mental health is steady, strong, believe me, every other thing will be great. And then your spiritual health is so powerful. That's the source. I don't even want to go there. It's the source. It's the key source. If you develop your spiritual health to a great extent. But you know what? Because we are kind of spiritual beings, in quote, but we live on planet Earth, so we are humans. We are physical. You can be great spiritually, but if your mind does not let the power within your spirit or the potential that you see within your spirit to be let out and made manifest in the physical, then honestly your life won't change. So your mind is the most powerful still. You can have a great spiritual life, well developed, but if you don't transcend that to the physical, it can have no effect in your life. And that's why it says every battle in life, is fought in the mind. The battlefield of the mind. That's where your spirit yearns to give you the great health and wealth that is deposited within you. But if your mind does not open up the door and let it flow, it remains stuck within you. And you are not spirit. You're not a ghost. Your mind must live it. Your mind can be a rock or a barrier which connects your spirit to your physical. Work on your mental health. It's powerful. It changes your life instantly. It gives you the opportunity to tap from the great world and resources that are within your spirit and which is connected to the divine, because the divine God is spirit. He can only relate with you spiritually, and he relates with the spirit in you. His own Holy Spirit is within you to give you direction. But if you are not in tune, or if you are in tune, then you connect. Your spiritual development is great and awesome, but you cannot let that flow through your mind so that your eyes may see what you've seen in the spiritual realm. You might be poor right now. You might be jobless right now, but in your spiritual eyes, in the spiritual world, or in your imaginations, you've envisaged that amazing entrepreneur, that amazing director that you are becoming. If your mind does not let you to believe that this is possible, then unfortunately, all that great entrepreneur business that you see within you, that you envisage, will be stuck and closed up. And your physical body will only see the reality that you are jobless, you are low. So take care of your mental health. Like I said, I've taken so much time than I had to. I need to dash off now. I need to go see my daughter. I need to support her. She's actually doing a program in her school. You've been listening to Dr. Sylvia Forchaplikambi, an empowerment and transformation expert, a well-being coach, best-selling author, so many other things. It's a pleasure and privilege to be with you. And take care of your health and well-being. It is my greatest asset. People ask me, you do a lot, Sylvia, how do you do it? I've understood that when I'm spiritually, mentally, and physically strong and fit, I can do anything. I can do anything by the grace of God. Whatever your mind conceives, you can achieve. But you need to be strong. You need to be on planet Earth. If I was lying in the hospital bed, most probably I can still conquer with my mental health. Because whatever the mind can see, can desire, can conceive, and believe, you can achieve. You can go beyond that physical body. You can start experiencing a great physical health. Go for what you love. I love swimming. I love swimming. And that's one of my key areas where I just go naturally and I just work out. This morning I've been swimming for over an hour. And the only reason I have to stop swimming is because I either have to come to work, I have an appointment, because I enjoy it. And for me, it's a moment to reflect in my life. In fact, I thought about this talk today while I was swimming. And I thought about doing like 3 different separate parts of my company while I was swimming. And immediately I came back to the office, I jotted down everything that I envisaged while swimming. What do you love? What do you enjoy? So you are driven. Because I know a lot of people, I work with a lot of people, some of my mentees, they want to work out. But then they have no drive. They say they have no motivation. You cannot constantly depend on an external force. You don't need me and other. I'm not even a motivational speaker. I'm an inspirational speaker. I come to inspire you. I come to ignite something within your spirit. I come to ignite that desire within your mind that makes you want to achieve a greater life. That makes you want to achieve a greater health and well-being. So you don't need people to constantly push you. Because if they are not there, then you can't keep moving. You cannot. You are your very own ignition. Your mind is your very own ignition and drive. And when your mind is going to achieve something that you love, you enjoy, that brings you fulfillment, satisfaction, that brings you great benefit, your mind is incredibly powerful. And your mind magnifies and pulls to you, attracts everything that is similar to that great life that you desire. Change the way you think and you change your life. Change your health and well-being and you change your life. I wish you all a wonderful and a glorious day. And God bless you. If you've been blessed by this video, share and bless someone. Remember, you need to desire to be healthy. Understanding why it's important for you to be healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Number 2, you need to have that drive. You need to be driven. That force that will push you, an internal drive, an intrinsic motivation, an intrinsic reason why you should desire that life. It's like, I desire to eat. I eat because I'm hungry. The internal drive is hunger. So I don't need someone to push me to eat. When I'm hungry, I must eat. I can't stay steady until my hunger is met, or my feeling of hunger. So that's how the desire, that drive is so powerful. You must have that drive from within you. And it should be linked towards the things you like, the benefit and all of that. And then number 3, you must be determined. Make that decision today and be resolved. You're not doing it for your spouse, for your husband, for your wife, for your children, for yourself. Make it and be resolved in your mind. It is settled. You're not going back or forward. And then you devote the time. You dedicate the time, be loyal to that decision. Time, energy, resources, and go and take action. And stay disciplined and focused on that journey to become a healthy and great individual. Don't turn to the left, don't turn to the right. Have that reference point and let your focus be on that. God bless you and have a wonderful and glorious day. Thank you all. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you, my wonderful Kathy. Thank you. I need to rush now. I need to dash off. I love you all. God bless you.